In this video, we're going to cover a chair and a reformer combination using the mat lying down. We're going to do some bridging, some marching, some single leg arm work, some abdominal work, and everything else in between. It's a really great series, and I love combining the reformer with this. Sometimes a yellow may be a bit too much, so if you've watched the other videos, I'm always going to start the chair and reformer series with this setup, just in case you didn't see the other one. When a yellow spring is a little too much, or you just want to do light, this is the wonderful way, hooked on Pilates handy band. Take this spring, the yellow, the light spring off, and simply put this setup like that. And it acts as like half of a yellow. So it's really wonderful for some of the series we're going to do today. I'm going to demonstrate on a yellow. It's up to you what feels right for you. I'm also going to demonstrate on one heavy spring, the chair spring. So yellow for the reformer, one heavy for the chair. Also, if I were to make a perfect V, reformer and the chair are a V. So I've got the mat angled. Also, when you're doing your setup, you want to be able to take the swivel pulley and then pull it towards the chair and make sure that the mat is aligned with that. So I want this rope to be dead center on the mat. So it may take you a few tries to get that set up, but that's the setup I want. I want the chair and mat and the reformer to shape a V or an A frame. And that when you pull this swivel pulley to the chair that you've set up, it's dead center on the mat. All right, so with that said, you may want to, for the arm work, for easy adjustments, just wrap it once around the shoulder rest. When we do the footwork, or the feet and straps, the single foot and strap, you can drop it down to one around the peg. It's up to you. So we are going to start with this demonstration. We're going to start with some hand arm work. So I'm going to do once around the shoulder rest. All right. Additionally, your position of the chair in relationship to the reformer is going to be up to you based on your height, your limb length. So I'm going to get 90 roughly. And I'm just going to show you the basics of the arm preparation. So again, it's dead center to my body, which is going to allow me to transition from right to left to both. So I'm going to start just showing you the arm work. We're going to do arm presses down. We'll do some where we press center and then single arm the other side. We can also go both arms to right, both arms to that center, and both arms to left. We can also add rotation, flexion, and then flexion with rotation. So those are the wonderful options you have in this position using the reformer for arms. You can also choke the strap up and do triceps, handing it off to the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with an arm press and a bridge. So I'll show you camera side with a lower arm. I'm going to press my arm down like we normally do just to activate that lat for stability. I'm going to flex my ankle joint, dorsiflex. I'm going to start with a light press. So I'm just going to lightly press so I'm activated on this side. And I'm going to bridge up and down. Stabilizing both my left and right arm. Rolling down through that spine and back up. Now I'm going to combine the reformer and the chair. I'm going to first bridge up Second, press my arm off to the side and then roll down together. Bridge up first, press arm second, roll down and raise up together. And I'm going to switch sides, showing you on the other side. Press my left arm down, press my right arm just to activate my lats and pecs, organize my shoulder. Start with just simple 2 bridging up, 2 reps of bridging up, and then bridge up, press arm, return arm, and roll down. So there's a couple different options. You can either add the arm press at the up or at the down. Now I'm working really hard on my shins and my hamstrings because I've got to make sure my pedal doesn't drop. So I'm going to start now in an extended frog position, pressing the arms together and doing a half roll up. Be sure not to drop your arms too much, otherwise you'll be eating the rope. So I press my arms, activating my lats, pecs, and abs, and then I'm going to continue pushing. And I'm thinking I'm pushing the strap, my hands to the top of that Pilates chair, as opposed to trying to drop it down between my legs like we do when we do it on the reformer. So it's a little bit different. So I'm going to show you again. Press, half roll up, roll down first, and then reach arm. Press, half roll up, roll down first, and back up. So that's one option. I'm going to put one foot on and one leg in tabletop. And I'm going to do opposite arm to leg. So I'm going to press lightly into my stable arm, activate the shoulders, and I'm going to press lightly as I bridge up and then roll down. Switching sides, activate left body, left heel is on, right leg's in tabletop, bridge and press, and back down, bridge and press, back down. Now, I'm just going to quickly show you that you can do some hamstrings. Always add a pad, a grip pad if you need it. So I'm going to do my hamstrings on the chair, and I'm going to add some arm with it. Perhaps I'm going to combine center, hand it off to right, back to center, hand it off to left. So those are some options for doing the arm and the chair in a hamstring. I'm going to first hamstring curl, bridge up, press, roll down, heels up, and then arm. Hamstrings first, bridge second, press arm, roll down, return the pedal up. I'm going to do that again on the left. Hamstrings, bridge, press arm, roll down, tabletop, legs, and then back up. Hamstrings, bridge, arm, roll down, legs return, arm goes back up. So you can see that you can start adding a nice fluid flow to it once you got the movement down. I'm going to go ahead and hold the ball with both hands. And I can switch from right to left depending on what I want. So I'm going to bridge up and I'm going to press my arms, just connecting the two sides of my body. I slid a little bit, so let me get back on the mat. There we go. So press the arms. If it's too heavy, it might slide you back. So just know that I probably need to focus a little bit more than talk. So I'm going to bridge it up, and I'm just going to press the arms. There's an option there. You can add marching. And then presses. You can do opposite leg or same side leg, and then opposite leg marching. You can add hamstrings in a bridge and press and hamstrings and press. So you can see the limitless options you have in that position where you're using the arms and legs on the reformer. Now I'm going to show you the version where you have the foot and strap. So I'm going to go from the arm twist around the headrest to the foot rope twist around the peg. And that's just going to lengthen a little bit more. And remember, if you're using the handy band, the peach handy band instead of a yellow spring, you may want to adjust that back to a yellow spring for this one. It's up to you. So I'm just going to simply start just with the reformer. I'm just going to do leg lower and lift, which feels really nice. It's a really great hamstring stretch. It's a little different feeling when you're doing it on the ground. And I'm going to switch feet and up and down. A couple hamstrings on this. Now I'm going to add some abdominals. I can add some hamstring. I can add crisscross. So there's a lot of great options that you have with the reformer in the chair, feet and strap. I'm going to show arms down, bridge, lower, and press. Bridge, lower, and press. I'll show you the other side. So what I like to do is add different elements to the exercise. I can bridge, or I can drop down, bridge up, and do that. So it's really limitless what you can do when you start putting together the different bridging and arm and leg work using the reformer combined. I'm going to show you one last series, and I'm going to use the magic circle for that. I'm going to be in an extended frog. Actually, no, I'm going to do neutral to start with. All right, so I'm going to start just like getting a nice little stretch. So I'm going to hold on to that, and I'm just going to get that nice pull. And then I'm going to release that, and I'm just going to go into the stretches. And then I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to extend the leg over, extend the arm out, and do a stretch, switching hands. You can add on to it. I'm going to hold on here. I'm going to bridge up, extend, stretch, and back. Bridge up, extend leg, press, and back. So there's so many different options. You can just bridge up, holding on. really strong with your arms. Add some knee bends and straightens at the top. Take it away. Do some nice up and down. Bring it back in. Stabilize. And do some hamstrings. So I want you to try all those different options, whether you're going to use the ring for hands, use the ring for legs. Let me go back to arm, loop it around, shoulder rest. So I'm going to just show you the last one today. And I'm just going to squeeze the ring, press the arm. And then I'm going to hold both the arm and the ring, and I'm going to do little rolls of my spine. I'm going to switch, go back to adductors, hold, press and roll, and back down. So that ought to give you some ammunition to play around with the reformer in a supine series. I've done it with side lying too, where I'm going to have to go a little bit, probably go a little bit lighter for here. So last but not least, I'll just show you this one. It's, get a little bit farther this way. Press here, 3, press here, 3, and try to see how you incorporate lying down, side lying down, flipping, going back and forth between bridging, marching, leg presses, hamstrings, single leg lower lifts, opposite arms, adding some twists. So I went over quite a bit. You can definitely make an entire class off of this just by repeating or doing more reps of everything and repeating and adding any of the marching sequence that you do, any of the leg choreography, the point and lower, the flex and pull. Those are great. It's nice to have the option of the arms. And I don't know, it's kind of limitless what you can do with the chair. Now, we're not going to go into any more. I want to keep these segments fairly short so you can just, experience the different options of putting these together and then using them in a class. Now, let's say you want to do some chair work, reformer work, and then combine them. So I'm going to show you quick and dirty. Let's say I'm going to take the students starting here, do some presses here, do some ankles here, prancing. So I'm doing the chair all by itself. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to do some arms, rotation, and let's say I'm going to repeat those 2 exercises on both sides of the body, then I take them back down, okay? Start on the chair, go to the reformer, combine them together, and then perhaps I'm just going to finish with a standing hip stretch, maybe some elephant, maybe something else on the reformer. So it adds more of like a circuit feeling, but it also breaks the monotony of doing everything either on the floor mat, everything on the chair, or everything on the reformer. And finding that ability to use this whole area to combine the machines, but also use them interdependently is great for programming a class. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy this tutorial on the supine series, combining the reformer and chair. And also be sure to leave me comments if there's any questions you have. I'm showing you and demoing with the balanced body chair. I also have a Peak Pilates, which is that solid base, and it's a little shorter and smaller. So this one's more appropriate for my limb length and height. But if you have any questions on the 2 different chairs, or you want to know what I can do for a transition between chair, reformer in here, feel free to ask me and I'll put it in a future segment. So thanks for watching and have a good one.